What's going on, everyone? It's Rifle here, and thanks for checking out this video. In this one I'm going to be showing you guys some new items, weapons, and gear that we'll be able to obtain in the donning event that we, recently learned is coming on December 19th, and it'll last all the way until January 9th, which after it ends will come a January update, and it seems like there's going to be a bunch of new content within this update that will be coming here soon after the donning event ends. I'll be getting into topic about that. I'll also be talking a little bit about Xur and the new faded engram that he is selling, along with Masterworks armor in the making, a bunch of new exotics that were recently data mined by Spiffomatic64 redditor, and also a new mysterious sword that we'll be able to get during the donning event. So there's going to be quite a bit of interesting topics and news in this video that I'll be going over. Hopefully you guys end up finding it enjoyable. If you do, consider leaving a like. Your guys' support will always be greatly appreciated. First things first, let's go ahead and talk a little bit about what's going to be coming in the donning event, so far that we know anyways. It was confirmed that there is going to be a bunch of new Easter eggs for us to find within this new event that's coming out. First things first, let's go ahead and take a look at all the weapon exotic ornaments that are known so far, starting with the Graviton Lance. As you can see here, it's the Carina Nebula. Basically gives it more of a purple tint to it. Up next we got the Sweet Business exotic ornament. It's called Go About Your Business and has a jet black look to it. Kind of digging that. Next up we got the Wardcliffe Coil ornament. It's called Dieselpunk. Looks pretty sweet, I'm not gonna lie. And lastly we got the Prometheus Lens ornament, which I'm sure we're all familiar with this weapon, especially if you play Crucible. Anyways, yeah, as you can see, it's called Prism. There's also going to be a new milestone that'll be added, and this will end up rewarding you with a special donning engram. It's basically going to be a luminous engram, except it's a milestone one, so of course you'll be rewarded pretty well when you obtain this. And the description for this special package says it contains one Winter's Delight item plus one Holiday Spirit item. I'm not exactly sure what these mean, but I have a feeling these will basically give us donning items or weapons or something. There's also going to be a chance at one legendary item or an exotic item out of this. So once again, pretty similar to a Luminous Engram, but I have a feeling we're going to get more bang for our buck out of this package, assuming that we have to do a milestone to obtain it in this special event. And you'll be able to get 9 of these in total, 3 per week with each character, and this event will last for 3 weeks. So definitely keep that in mind. Also, there's a couple of items that Bungie mentioned in their blog post, starting with the boon of the donning. And as you can see, when this is used during a strike or crucible match, all players receive a gift at the end of that activity. So this is pretty sweet. All players will be involved when you use this. Only one gift consumable may be used per player in an activity though. Up next is a gift in return. As you can see, it reads, your hard work in completing a donning's gift for someone has been rewarded with this package of donning delights. Bungie did mention that we can get these by going to the bazaar and getting a gift schematic, and we'll have to end up doing some kind of grinding in the worlds and get, a bunch of stuff, and that's how we end up getting a gift in return. And then we will craft the gift once we got it all complete, and then we'll give that to a vendor, and then we'll get this gift in return. So basically, yeah, that in short is how we will end up obtaining these. Chris Barrett also tweeted out this sword. I'm not exactly sure if it's legendary or an exotic, and also I'm not sure if we're going to be able to obtain this through some kind of quest that we got to do in the donning events, or if it's just going to be some kind of random drop. I'm hoping that this sword has incredible perks on it, because this is going to be something that we're not going to be able to get our hands on anymore after this donning event, and it'll also get more players to want to play the donning event to actually get this sword. I'm hoping once again it's an exotic, but I have a feeling that it's not. Bungie needs to add more exotics into the game, which I'm going to be getting into that here soon. Apparently there's going to be a bunch of new weapons and items coming sometime in the future. These were discovered in the database as well as the API. But before I get into that topic, I want to talk about a few other things as well. First off, this armor set right here, this looks absolutely amazing, and these are the armor sets that we'll be able to obtain, of course, during the donning event. Something else to keep in mind, Bungie did mention that we're going to be able to obtain pretty much everything from Eververse. They're going to make sure they're selling it down below where you don't have to randomly get it from a package, which is pretty good. I mean, it lowers the chances of gambling and spending as much money with microtransactions. Instead, you can just buy like a certain amount of bright dust if you don't have enough and select something down below so you know what you're getting. I like that Bungie is actually doing that. And hey, technically players don't even have to purchase silver to get Bright Dust because, you know, players now know that they're going to be able to do this, so a lot of players are just saving their Bright Dust for when this event actually drops, which I highly suggest you guys to start doing this. If you haven't been saving your Bright Dust, well, start now. Once again, the event will be lasting for 3 weeks, so you got time. Now, before I get into the January update and what's to come, I'm going to go ahead and let you guys know what we're going to be able to do in the Dawning. So far, anyways, that is known. We're going to be able to pick up snowballs, and we're going to be able to take these into strikes and do some heavy damage and also stun opponents that we hit these snowballs with, and also we can hit each other with them as well, something to keep in mind. And not only will we be able to take these in strikes, we'll be able to take these in pretty much any activity that we can do in Destiny 2. I'm not exactly sure about the Crucible, however, but I don't see why they wouldn't add that. That seems like something really fun to try out. These will basically be like primary flashbangs that we can use against enemies, and they'll be able to do high damage. Hey, maybe we'll end up being able to kill Guardians in like one hit with these snowballs in the Crucible. That would be a fun game mode to have, I'm not gonna lie, in the Crucible. A huge snowball fight with snow piles randomly generated around the map. Oh my gosh, I can see it now. That would be a lot of fun. Also, Mayhem is making a return back to Destiny, which is some good news, I think. Gives players a more variety on what to play to keep them more engaged with the Crucible. But something else to keep in mind that could be coming sometime in the near future, this was tweeted out by Trials Report. As you can see here, we found text in the recent update regarding new game modes for D2. These would include Rumble, Mayhem, and Elimination. Big fat disclaimer. This doesn't mean anything per se, but thought you'd all want to know. Love, Trials Report. So as we know, Mayhem is already making its way back into Destiny 2, so there is a chance that we could be seeing Rumble and Elimination in Destiny 2. Now that would be freaking awesome. I would love a Rumble playlist. I don't know about you guys, but Free For All was where it was at, and I'm sure it will make a lot of other players happy as well. And also, not to mention, Elimination was always great too. It was good to play in that playlist to stay warmed up for Trials. And there's a chance that we could be seeing his return since Mayhem is returning, and that was one of them that they said they found was Mayhem. Also, there's going to be ice hockey, as you can see here inside the ship hangar. So obviously this is going to be replacing the soccer ball. I'm not exactly sure what that is glowing in the background there. Maybe that's where the puck spawns or something. But yeah, pretty cool. And lastly, there's going to be new secrets and Easter eggs. Bungie did mention there's going to be lots of Easter eggs to be able to find within this Dawning event, and I am super excited about that. Finding secrets and Easter eggs in games is probably one of the best parts about playing video games, in my opinion. So for a timeline of what's going to be happening here in the next couple of months, basically, Bungie, like always, is going to end up taking off during the holidays, and they're going to be returning on January 11th. But of course, keep in mind, there are going to be some people still around making sure the game runs smooth, and in case, you know, game-breaking bugs come out, they're going to be able to still stay on top of that in a way. There's just not going to be as many people in the studio. But as for Bungie making blog posts to keep us updated, they'll be returning on January 11th. As for Faction Rally and Iron Banner, those will be making a return within the next couple of weeks. And then when Bungie finally gets back from the holidays, they'll be giving us an update on January 11th about what's going to be coming out in the future. So far, we know that they're going to be improving the mod system, adding more of what we can actually do with the Masterworks weapons. Also, there will be new Masterworks armor. It's going to be pretty sweet. A prevention system from duplicating exotics, and also some information about prestige activities. So yeah, definitely be expecting that to be said from Bungie in early January, and then like a few weeks afterwards for it to actually be in the game. Also, for a little bit about the prestige activities that'll be coming, expect Bungie to actually be making something for the Eater of Worlds, so we'll be able to play a prestige level mode within the new raid lair. There has been a lot of questioning about SRL racing and if that's going to be coming anytime soon or if it's going to be coming in the Dawning event. As far as information about this actually coming in is unknown. It doesn't seem like it'll be arriving anytime soon though. Anyway, something really interesting, however, Spiff-O-Matic64 also outlined a bunch of new secret stuff in the API waiting to be unlocked, such as 24 new ghost shells, 13 new engrams, and 16 new bounties. And that's on top of a whole bunch of other hidden items that we will be able to unlock sometime in the future. It's insane how much was found. If we take a look at the classified items in the Destiny 2 database under sets, as you can see here, there are quite a bit. And they may be all listed as Titan, so presumably these are Titan pieces, but this could also be some kind of cover-up where they just added Titan there for a filler. Apparently last week sometime there were tons of yellow icons, meaning exotics, but they were recently patched by Bungie on the 12th. So Bungie obviously doesn't want these new exotics that will be coming into the game known to the community quite yet. And also the reason why they probably removed it is because they were unintentionally there, and when the new patch came out they decided to remove that to keep it more secret. Either way, there is a lot of content and hidden items coming here soon, sometime in the future, which gets me very, very excited to see actual new exotics going to be coming into the game. And speaking of exotics, there is a new faded engram being sold by Xur. Basically, you can only purchase these once per week, but these will be able to get you an exotic that you don't have quite yet. But yeah, that's about wrapping up this video, everybody. Hopefully you guys found this enjoyable. I'm out of here though. Thanks for taking the time to watch and listen. Until next time, peace.